What's up, guys? Today I want to tell you about how I found my very first wholesale deal by using the Deal Machine app, and how easy it could help you find motivated sellers and get discounted deals consistently. Let's talk about it. What's up, guys? My name is Shawan Belcher, full-time real estate investor here in Greensboro, North Carolina. One thing you might not know about me is I contribute a lot of my success in real estate because I use certain tools that help me speed up the process to find motivated sellers, and then also how to find cash buyers. And today I'm gonna share with you a story about how I got my very first deal using the Deal Machine app. If you don't know, one of the best ways to find deals is through driving for dollars. Literally, every day you drive to work, drive to the store, you're passing millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars of real estate, whether you think about it or not. And a lot of the times, the real estate that we're passing are owned by people who have problems that we can solve by providing them a solution, a cash offer, subject to offer, a seller financing offer, but you don't actually try to contact them. So the Deal Machine app was a way for you to stop driving, take note of which houses needed work, and then be able to easily organize those particular people and then reach out to them easily, so that way you can see if they would, consider selling to you. Now, before the app, I would have to get in my car with a pen and piece of paper, okay? I would write the addresses down. So let's say I would choose 50 different addresses, okay? Then I would have to go back home. At the time I was working at the car dealership, so I would go to the dealership, go on the county website, and manually find each owner inside of the county records, okay? Now, at that point, I would have the address and I would have the owner name, but I still wouldn't have a way to contact them. So I would then have to go to another site called TruePeopleSearch.com and be able to pull up their phone number and their email address. So it would take me, if I were to get a list of, if I were to get a list of 50 people, it would take me about 3 hours to get the list of 50 and then also to get the phone numbers for those people. That doesn't include me reaching out to them to try to get them on the phone and hook them with my offer, okay? That doesn't include the follow-up, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't include trying to find a cash buyer. That's a lot of time. And I don't know how I found this app, but one day when I found the app, I downloaded it, I got the 7-day trial. I'll leave the link below so you guys can do the same. I was able to, for the first time, got into one of the dealership cars on my lunch, just like normal, found a house. I was able to click the house. With one click of the button, I had the owner's name, the property address, because a lot of times these vacant houses don't have the address on it, and the property owner's mailing address, okay? And then I also got like a detailed history about the house. Last known sale date, how many beds and baths, year built, any other information essentially that the app could pull from the county website. Now they have another button on the app that allows you to press the skip trace button. Now within seconds, it will give you multiple phone numbers, give you multiple emails, and other addresses that you might be able to contact the homeowner with. Now this was powerful because literally what would take me 3 hours for 50 contacts, I now could do 100, in less time. I now could get 100 people. So when I got this app, I'm just click, 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 putting in as many as possible. Now, the one that hit for me first was a house at the end of my neighborhood that had been vacant for maybe 3 years, maybe been vacant for 3 years, and I had always been trying to get a hold of the owner. But because of the app, I was able to set up a time with the seller the day he was cutting grass at this house, and I was able to have a meeting with the seller, and I focused on the basic sales skills of building rapport with the seller, finding out what he likes to do, what he's going through, why it's beneficial for him to sell the property, and a little sauce game on it, and figuring out a sales price that he could agree to, that we could agree to, $40,000. And I got that property in the contract that day with a $0 deposit. My exit strategy at first, when I first got this app, it wasn't raising private money. It wasn't doing a bunch of creative deals. It was simply getting deals under contract with $0 deposit, and then I would get access to the property. So the seller gave me the key, I'll put a lockbox on it, and I could literally go through the property, anytime I wanted to for the next 30 days. What that allowed me to do was to be able to find other investors. So go to the RIA meeting, call property managers, went down to the real estate attorney's office and get some of their partners, and people went through the house, okay? They viewed the house and they would give me their offer and say, hey, I can do this amount for it. Now, on that deal, I was able to find somebody who was willing to give me $1,000 non-refundable, and then be willing to pay me an additional $4,000 just to buy the contract from me. So essentially, instead of me bringing the $40,000, they bring $40,000 to the attorney for me, and then they also bring $5,000 to pay me to take their position. So to take my position. So essentially, they own the house, they bring the money, I get paid for just being the deal finder. And now using the app, it allowed me to speed up my process to finding these deals. So I went from doing one deal every other month to doing one deal every month, to where I finally had a conversation with David, and he encouraged me that I could make more money with each deal, which in turn me leaving the dealership and starting to do multiple deals per week. Now I'm gonna leave the interview that we did right here, so that way you can see exactly how I'm using the app, and then also see what David suggests you do inside of the app so you can get your next deal in the next 30 days. Peace, y'all.